Hey, I wanted to make a video today on why it's easier to start off with 75 soft, I believe, before you challenge yourself to 75 hard. And and I believe this is really catered to, like, if you're a mom and you have a really busy schedule and you may have like a different type of shift where, you can't have that direct structure that the 75 hard requires. So I feel like if you start off with 75 soft, and then that way you can ease yourself into the next challenge. Soft requires, one 45-minute workout, you to read 10 pages of a book, eat well, no alcohol, and drink 3 liters of water. Now, to me, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. You can get in a kickboxing video while your child is taking a nap. Or you can get it in early morning before they get up for 45 minutes. So you can make that work. I also would add in taking before and after pictures, because I feel like pictures really motivate you to get in shape. Sometimes you don't realize that you fell off until you see that picture at somebody's event. So to me, that before picture will help. And it also will let you know what areas you want to work on. So I feel like 75 soft is where you should start. And eventually you can ease your way into a more strict plan. Because you have to go to work, you have kids, you have school, and it's doable. You can do the 75 hard, but you're going to be exhausted. And to me, I would prefer to have a plan that I can stick to for a while. Like, even if you go past the 75 days, you might want to keep going and get your dream body. Now, the other thing is, it may take you a little longer because you're only doing 45 minutes a day of working out. 75 hard gives you kind of like the workout options that a person competing may do. They normally would do 2 workouts, and one of them being like long cardio when they're getting ready for a show. So if you want those extreme results, then yeah, I would say do hard. But other than that, I think soft is good to start out with. It's a way for you to ease into it. You can maybe start off walking, doing some little kickboxing, maybe some Taibo, yoga, Pilates, and then ease your way up. I'll do 45 minutes of that. Reading is always beneficial because you will learn so much just by reading every day. So that's something I enjoy anyway, so that wouldn't be an issue for me. Water, I had to kind of work on that, but I'm getting better with it. Now I'm up to drinking at least 2 or 3 20-ounce bottles a day of water. And anything else, I might add a little flavor in it, because I can't stand just plain water. But I'm getting better. I realize if I have ice with it, then it makes it better. Next, I think any challenge like this gives you some kind of structure, some kind of rules to follow. And some people, they need that. They need something that's laid out for them to do. And then it's something they don't have to think about. You just get to it. So I like that. But it just teaches you to be consistent. It teaches you to have a reason to do this every day, day in and day out. And just like anything else, the more you do it, it becomes habit. Now, as far as mental, that's where any plan really starts. If you can get focused, if you can lock in, if you can promise yourself you're going to stick to it, to get that dream body you want, that's where the strength comes from. Period. Because you're not going to want to do it every day. You have to force yourself to get up. And one little tip that I have found that helps me when it's time to work out and I don't feel like it, I cut the music on first. And, eventually, you'll get into it. And after a while, you're like, okay, I can get up. I'm in a groove now. I'm pumped up. So it's just tricking your mind into doing it. Or you can just be like, oh, I already did 25 minutes. I can do another 20. Eventually, you won't even think about it. And it just depends on what you choose to do. Also, that determines, anything else you can put with it to make it easier to do. Now, at one point, I was like jogging in place, off and on. I also like walking, like getting an opening in the house and walking back and forth. But I like a long stretch. I don't like a little small area because it makes me feel weird. But when I was walking through the house, I could be on social media doing all the stuff that I love while I was walking and I was leaning out during the time. And let me tell you, the other thing is I wear my sweatbands. I wear my sauna suit. I do all of that when I'm working out in the house, just like I'm at the gym. Because your body doesn't know where you are. Your body just knows it's moving. So that's what I use to start getting into working out at home, because I used to be just a gym person. I couldn't get a workout in unless I'm at the gym. But I had to realize at this time, you have family, you have work, you have everything going on. You're not getting to the gym on a regular basis. So the best thing to do is make up an alternative. The other thing that helps me, I like to look at women that are older, that have kept themselves in shape. They inspire me because I feel like if they can do it and they can look like they're in their 30s, I don't want to be out of shape. And they can stick in there and get through the workouts every day. And, that's inspiration for me. So I watch people and shows and channels that inspire me. And that helps. Okay, sorry about that. So, back to the subject. I think with 75 soft is something that is more manageable. And plus, on that particular program, if you mess up, you don't have to start all over again. I've seen people that feel like they've totally failed the challenge because they did one thing wrong and now they got to start off from day one. I think that's a little extreme with everything you do in life. So, not that I wouldn't do it, but just not right now. I think I'm going to start off with soft when I do, really I've already started it, but I wanted to start documenting my journey. So, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I want to document it just so, you can see the beginning and you see the after, and you can share what you did and what you ate and how you stayed focused. So, I love looking at that stuff. So, I would like to document this time. I normally do not. Normally, I just do it, and then I just pop up, and it's been 4 months later, and I've lost 50 pounds, But this time, I really want to do it, so I may take some pictures, and I may keep track of what I'm doing. Right now, I was just trying to work on being consistent, actually locking in, finding my why. So once you do that, then you can start your journey. And the other thing is writing everything down, writing down how you feel. What are you going to eat? What are you reading? That also helps because you have everything laid out there for you. I used to have a fitness binder where I took pictures, where I had like ideas of recipes I wanted to try. And I loved my binder. I really did. But it got kind of old where the stuff, was from like old Oxygen magazines and stuff like that. So I want to do a new one. And I feel like something like that would inspire me to stick to it. And I'm also doing really, really good, but I'm a visual person. So if I see something that keeps me going, that'll help. If you look at, somebody that's competing, what they're eating every day, what they're doing every day, you might be able to pull some information from that could help you. So if you're not getting inspiration from the people around you, then go find somebody you don't know to follow. Go find something else that inspires you, because normally your friends and family, until you really get into it, they're not going to really be interested. And it's going to take them a while to be disciplined like you are. So it's better just to do it. And then eventually they'll tag along. Eventually. But sometimes that's the problem. You got your family in there eating all this good food. If you got a significant other, he's not willing to eat that lettuce with you. So, you got to stay strong in those situations. And to me, that's the hardest part, the social part. So, if you need that support, I would say go follow some people to give it to you. Find what helps you. And once you find out what helps you, then you'll know what you need to do. Because I have to go and find inspiration when I start feeling like I don't want to do it anymore. And I've found that's what keeps me going. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much in this video. I just want you guys to know that it is time for us to stop playing, and get to it. Just start small. I don't care if you got to start with 30 minutes, but with 75 soft, you're starting with 45 minutes. And if you document it each week, how much you weigh, maybe a picture, it definitely helps. I used to have to do that for my trainer when I had a trainer, and I'm telling you, because I knew I had to send her that picture, I would not eat crazy. So it just helps. And that's what they're there for. But I'll be making more videos. I'm trying to be more consistent this year, and post more things. So be sure to like and subscribe. All right.